18 of the Silver State Tournament. This is hole number 9 of the Milano. And so I'm playing this hole two different ways. In my lower level count and in my practice count, I don't have any 5-power balls, so I'm laying up out here with a big topper and I'm going for it with my big dog, trying to get onto this island. And you got a really serious shot of getting an eagle if you're on that little teeny fairway pad right here. You got a very serious shot up here. So in my upper level account, this account, I'm trying to pound that ball out here about 425, 435, somewhere in that range. And then I've been trying to get on, and it is super difficult at the very end of the run, because what you got to do here is, in this shot, you've got to bounce it from here. That's bounce number 1, bounce number 2, and then bounce number 3 you're trying to get over. And you're trying to gauge that topspin. So with a big dog, your ball guide, here's ball guide number 1, then there's ball guide number 2, and then you've got like 2 and 2.6 ball guide. So you can't see where it's going to land out here on the other side. So you're trying to anticipate and extrapolate where it's going to go so that you don't end up flying over the other side of the green. And it's difficult at the very end of the run with a big dog. But you can easily get onto this pad. So I think what I'm going to do to increase my odds of getting the eagle is, instead of trying to do the bounce here to get on, I'm going to just try and land on this pad. Because from this pad with a wedge, you have a serious shot, especially if you have a wedge that's got some backspin. An in-bringer, I've got a rapier. If you got a wedge that's got some backspin, you've got a very serious shot, and the wind is blowing this direction, so you got the wind to your back. So it's a very easy wind adjustment to make. It's all about hitting the ball perfect. So I'm going to just try and land on that pad. I think that might be my best opportunity to go for eagle, is to take the shot that I'm getting here and just try and get on that pad. So I'm going to bring an extra mile big dog, berserker, and I want to bring all my backspin stuff. Claw, and I've got a rapier, and we are good to go. And the Nirvana and the Spitfire, I'm leaving in my bag, because if you epic fail here, you're going to epic fail early, and you need the distance in those clubs. But you may be fine at the beginning and then epic fail at the end, and then you'll wish you had backspin clubs. So it's right there is the little bit of a gamble. I'm keeping them for the distance. Daisy girl. Alright, Axel goes first. Playing with an epic bag. Unless you're playing, if you're going towards max trophies, you're going to develop your epics really, really quick, and there's a bunch of epics that you will come in very handy, especially when you get them upper developed. As far as like the lower stuff, when you're playing, the most important epic that you can have or get is the Spitfire. That is an important club to get, because you're going to put that Spitfire in your bag and it's going to hardly ever leave your bag. Some of those other clubs you may or may not leave in your bag all the time, but that Spitfire is going to be there regularly. It's one of my usual suspects. Hitting it perfect. Trying to get 435 is the max I've hit this shot. We're up in that range right there. 431. Now the real temptation here is that I'm gonna want to go for that shot to get it up there. I've really been trying to work that shot, but it is very tricky to get it up there, and everything has to go your way to get that up. But I think my best shot for eagle, even though if I could get up there and take a putt, that would be my best shot for eagle. But I think the risk versus reward, I think it's going to be much easier to try and get on that pad and sink the eagle with my wedge than it will for me to try and get up there on this next shot. So I mean, I could go for it, but I think my best shot here is to do a little teeny bit of a rough bump. pull back just a little so that I can engage just a little bit of topspin and just do a rough bump out of that rough. And just eke up onto that fairway pad. It's 1.9 per ring, so 1.9, that's about a ring and a half pull. Hit it great to the left. And you got to get up there, Alice. Oh! Tried to do a layup and didn't even get the layup right. Damn it. Dang it. And that's the first time I've tried to do that all week. And I epic fail. I'm going to make up for that epic fail right now, and I'm going to sink this in the hole. And I was in a perfect spot right there to try and do the rough bump to try and get over and get on and two. What a poor demo. Maybe I'll get lucky and my opponent will disconnect. I never get lucky like that. All right. Okay, at this distance, I'm talking about just a slight maneuver here. It's all about hitting perfect. And hit it great to the right. Would have had a much better look at it with my rapier, with my wedge. Much more better. Now the question is whether I can get done all the stuff that I have to get done today and still be able to get back and get my low-level account qualified for the weekend round. I need to get back by 9:30 so that I can get it in. I've only got the eagle on this hole once this week, and I'm still working to figure out what I really want to do. I really like doing that layup, but the problem with doing a layup is that if you fail in the layup, then you didn't do yourself any favors. So the minimum score is minus 22. I picked up a couple here and there, picked them up on the front nine, and moved myself up. So I've got, I'll have some decent tiebreakers in the weekend round, but the deal is that in the weekend, it's really going to take a monster score. Let's see what the people at the top have, 30. So, and my goal going into the weekend round is going to be a 30. So you're going to have to shoot. You can get yourself up, like just right now, looking at the minimum score of minus 11, minus 22, minus 22. We're looking at top 16. I think, there's probably some people that still haven't qualified, a bunch of people that still haven't qualified, so that number may go down for the minimum score. If you're in the 22s, that number may go down to maybe 25. So normally that'd be a top 15. This week it might be a little bit lower, but if you can pick up one extra shot, then you've changed your real estate. Now you're back into the top 15 range. But if you want to be in the top 3, you're looking at probably having to shoot a 28 or better. And I wouldn't be surprised in most brackets if the person that's at the top isn't in the minus 30 or more range. All right, that was the hole number 18 of the opening round of the Silver State Tournament. Thanks for watching.